Hi, I'm Jamie, co-CEO of Bold and the proud new owner of the iconic brands Monster and CareerBuilder.
This video looks like if I wrote up a prompt on ChatGPT to create a video that looks like it was made in 2007 featuring a slightly disheveled CEO and 1999 Monster imagery. It would kind of look like this.
Here's Johnny.
Hide your kids. Lock the doors. You're listening to HR's most dangerous podcast. Chad Sowash and Joel Cheeseman are here to punch the recruiting industry right where it hurts. Complete with breaking news, brash opinion, and loads of snark. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for the Chad and Cheese Podcast.
Oh, yeah. I always feel like somebody's watching me. It's the Chad and Cheese Podcast. I'm your co-host, Joel, Shrekken since 1997.
This is Chad. Michael Myers lives. Sowash.
And this is Emmy Buradugo. Get it?
So bad.
Oh, man. On this episode of HR's Most Dangerous Podcast, ICIMS awakens, Canada poaches, and Layoff-a-Palooza rages on. Let's do this. All right. We're looking different today. If you're not on the YouTube channel, you're missing out.
I look like this what are you talking about?
Yeah, this is standard uniform, isn't it?
Chad is some nightmarish, I don't know, New Orleans, Bourbon
It's either
Street.
Bono or Elton John meets Charlie Chaplin in a skeleton.
Okay.
Yes, very
It looks
original.
good.
Little
Very
random.
original.
And with
Yes.
the Dr. Seuss Cat in the
Necktie.
Hat bow tie, which is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice as well.
Good call.
Emmy,
Good
pretty
call.
standard.
No,
You got
it's not standard.
Devil's horns. The
No,
devil's
no, no,
horns
it's
are
not
pretty
standard.
standard.
What?
It's the t-shirt.
Huh?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Woo! What does that say?
It says boo, and it has
Bees.
two bees on it. So
Yeah.
boo
Oh, okay.
bees.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah.
And we talked, and on the show, we've said on several occasions, everybody loves boobies. That's right.
Absolutely.
Yes, no doubt. No doubt. Everyone loves boobies.
Again.
I'm wearing a chicken head. I'm wearing a chicken hat. I don't know.
He's a
I'm
chicken
auditioning
cock.
for the new chicken cock mascot.
Oh, that's a
maybe
good
if
call.
our friend Tyler's watching.
That's a very-
Maybe that's it. Maybe I am.
think it
I'm
works.
Deal's CEO, who's too chicken to come on the show. I don't know. Use your imagination.
Or your favorite food, taco, which means Trump always chickens out. Although I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
hadn't thought about the Trump angle on that
Yeah.
one. The hot chicken, Nashville. I'm kind of a
There it
hot
is.
chicken.
Just came back. Yeah.
If you know, definitely hot chicken. How you doing, Emmy? It's been a minute. It's
I
been a second.
know. Have you missed me? I think it's been about 6
course.
weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
Because the IQ level, the IQ number on the show goes way down if you're not on.
Oh, absolutely.
Just the
You
British
definitely-
accent alone.
British accent does it.
bumps us up quite a bit.
See,
Every time.
you two are like my hype men, because any other Londoner will go, no, her accent is not that posh at all. Come on this show. And it's like, all of a sudden, I'm very intelligent. I'm like, I love
Yes.
it. I love
Exactly.
it. Yeah, so thank you.
I had a brief in Nashville with Stephen McGrath. Had a
Yeah.
conversation, and he was talking about how Americans love his accent. And I said,
Oh yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but if I was English, you're basically from Mississippi. Like, you are a redneck
Yeah.
hillbilly, but you come over here and you're super educated. So it's really just a matter of, nuance and where you are.
It is. I mean, last month, I was over in Virginia and DC, and there's the same kind of thing. People thought I was really posh. I was like, I love this. But, this does not happen to me very often. So, keep hyping me up. Keep hyping me up.
The
But
funny
I-
part, though, is that anybody coming from the South who or redneck or Hickville go over to Europe, they're still rednecks and Hicks.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean, it doesn't translate going the other way. It's weird.
Oh, no.
It's really weird.
Is there any country where Americans are looked at as intellectual and sophisticated? Probably not.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry about it.
All right, we got a lot of meat for this show. So let's get to
It
shout
is,
outs.
kid. So what's more scary than Halloween? Well, my shout out is to paying a living wage, because SNAP benefits won't be funded for over 40 million Americans on November 1st.
Yikes.
Scary shit, kids. What is SNAP?
scary.
Well, if you don't know what SNAP it is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And our funds, they're federal funds given to low-income households to help them purchase food. Yeah, food. Over 40 million Americans are receiving SNAP benefits. 70%, about 70% of recipients work full time, according to 2020 US GAO report. About 1.2 million military veterans are enrolled in SNAP, more than 20,000 active duty. Yes, people currently actively serving in our military, 20,000 families, and over 200,000 National Guard and Reserve members also rely on SNAP, according to veteran.com. And I get it. The government, they don't want to pay handouts, right? Well, if that's the case, then government needs to install a living wage and enforce it. We're giving companies huge tax breaks, and yet they're not paying a living wage. The problem goes deeper than the U.S. military, with employers like Walmart and McDonald's being among the top organizations with workers. You heard me. I said workers receiving SNAP benefits, along with others like, you might heard of them before, Amazon, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Kroger, and Target. The people are working, so fucking pay them. Shout out to paying a living wage.
There might be a wee problem, boys.
That's a lot
Just
of families,
a little.
man. That's a lot of families.
A lot of working families.
Get the government back open, for God's sakes. You got one job.
It's a good start.
Why is it so hard? Why is it
It's a good
so
start.
hard?
Good
All right,
start.
Emmy, what you got?
Hit it, Emmy.
Well, I had a shout out, but you know what? Something actually just popped to my mind.
Let's go.
Absolutely. So, shout out is actually to the company I work for, Elastic. So we are a tech company, but we have just been nominated or recently nominated for 2 awards, what our recruiting team has. So we've been nominated for Best Medium-Sized Recruitment Team. So we're going to find out really soon at an award ceremony. And the other one is for Best Recruiter. So this is for someone called Harry, based over an excellent recruiter. So I'm just going to do my shout out to those 2 because unfortunately,
there you go.
Yeah. I wish I was going to be there to hopefully watch us pick up those awards, but I'm going to be on holiday at the time. But sending my good luck wishes to them.
On holiday.
Yeah.
On holiday.
Absolutely.
Not to get too personal, but I've received a few medium-sized awards in the past. We don't have to talk about any of that, but just to throw that out there.
I'd rather not talk about that, please.
Yeah.
All right, my shout out goes out to a TikTok influencer named Maya. She was recently got crushed by an employer who rescinded a job offer. Check this one out.
Crazy.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Mark. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Look, I honestly have some bad news. We weren't able to raise our Series A because of the current economy, and we have to do a hiring freeze. So we're going to have to rescind your offer, and there's nothing we can do. Hey, are you still there?
Ooh.
Yeah, just give me a second. I wasn't expecting that at all. I already gave my current employer a 2-week notice. I was going to travel a week before starting. I just signed a new lease and everything.
I know. I'm so sorry, but if there's anything I can do, just, let me know.
Is there anything I can do?
The right time, but do you know anyone else that's hiring?
I mean, look, you're top talent, right? And I'm sure you'll find something. I'll ask around at a few firms, but honestly, given the market, I wouldn't really wait. I'm saying this more as a peer that's looking out for you. But yeah, keep on also applying with those AI tools that you were talking about,
Looking
Sprout or
out
whatever
for
that
you.
was. And yeah, make sure to never quit your job until you officially start with another company. All right, because anything can happen in this job market, and you've always got to be prepared.
Okay, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it.
You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
All right, now hold on.
That was an app thing. That was an app thing. Yes.
Yeah. So this is marketing in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to her profile, she's a Sprout influencer.
Mm-hmm.
All of the videos are like getting fired, laid off, whatever, and then they slip in there, keep using that Sprout app or whatever it was. And so like so my kids, there's another TikTok where it's like AI generated professors, and they're yelling at the students about using Chat GPT and stop using Chat GPT. And at the end of it, they sneak in, you should be using this app instead of Chat GPT. So it's like this subliminal marketing. And I'm just saying, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, people. It's trick or treat time. There are a lot of tricks going on out there. So I wanted to slip that shout out in there, letting you know, Chad, good for you for catching it. But we're going to see a lot more of these going forward. And I want our listeners to know what's up.
The script was horrible.
Know what's up. Know what's up. Yeah. I mean, it gets you. It gets your
it does at
attention,
first.
and
I'm
you
like,
watch, and it's like,
on.
wait a minute.
Nah.
But we got bullshit meters on this show, so I know it.
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to bullshit meters, we got free stuff.
Oh, I like free stuff.
Who doesn't like free stuff? Over 80% of you watching right now, you watch over and over. We know you do, but you haven't liked and you haven't subscribed. Let's do that. Let's do that now.
I love free stuff. Give me more free stuff. Always, always. So I think it's me, isn't it? I'm talking about free stuff this week, aren't I? Yeah. Fabulous. Okay. So what free stuff have we got? The one I love is the free t-shirts. So, you know, those t-shirts, you must have known about it by now. We've been talking about it for ages. They're soft. They're supple. They're strokeable. So tell me, we're good.
Cheeseman's going to have to take a break after that one. Cheeseman's going to have to take a break after that one. Jesus.
Fan yourself down. So
thanks, Aaron App. Thanks for the strokeable. Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. That's coming from Aaron App. And then if you want, if t-shirts aren't your thing, if you want a little bit of a sophistication in the form of alcohol, you can have some free whiskey in the form of chicken cock. And I think, what am I reading here? It's not even just one bottle, it's 2 bottles.
Oh, I love chicken cock.
Yeah. I do. 2 bottles of chicken cock whiskey. And that's from the tech experts over at Van Hack. And you know what? If whiskey's not your thing, have some beer instead. Have some craft beer, and that craft beer is coming from Aspen Tech Labs. And am I missing anything else? I think that's all the free stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
and if you, absolutely. And if you
where
want
are we going is what's next. Where are we going?
Yeah, where are you going to get it from? chadcheese.com/free.
Well, I got to get ready for events. Give me a second. Doing it.
Are you stripping?
Oh, look at this. It's multi-layered costume.
That's right,
what
because,
is going on?
Travel's sponsored by Shaker Recruitment Marketing. That's right. Wherever we go, Shaker comes with us. That sounds a little creepy, but it's Halloween, so it's okay.
Strokeable and shakeable.
Like that's exactly right. So first and foremost, you're going to ERE. I've already had my time with Jeff on stage. Now it's your time with Jeff on stage. Talk a little bit about that. When is it? Where are you going?
Yep. Headed to beautiful San Diego. Can't wait. If you're in the Midwest like we are, Chad, it's gloomy, cold, rainy, just nasty. I'm ready for some beach, little mountains, little California loving. Little the whiskey house in downtown
exactly what came in my head.
So totally down with that. But I'm going to be on stage with Jeff Taylor, founder of Monster and new founder of Boom Band, and there's a lot of stuff in between. He and I are just going to have a little chat, a little 45 minute chat. Last time I was on a similar stage at ERE, I was with Jason Goldberg, which a few fireworks went off. So I'm expecting a few fireworks, maybe a few, what the hell was that? I don't know. Anything could happen. It's San Diego. It's November 4th and 5th is the conference. I'll be on stage on the 5th or the 4th. Sorry. I think I'm the last person on stage or close to last. So if you're going, make sure you come and check that out. If you still haven't signed up, I think there's still time. Head out to ere.net and come say hi if you are in attendance.
In beautiful San Diego. Then the Chad and Cheese have a road show. That's right. We're road shipping it the RL100 events. We're taking it to the streets with the kids for single day events in San Francisco, San Diego, and Dallas. If you don't know RL100, there's shows that are beautifully curated. Beautifully. You can tell by Joel and
Beautifully
I actually
curated.
emceeing the shows, of course, for small group, high-level practitioners who are looking for answers and sharing best practices. So if you're a director, VP of talent acquisition, or chief people officer, you gotta be in the room where it happens. Those rooms are in San Francisco on November 13th, San Diego on November 18th, and Dallas on November 20th. Go to chadcheese.com. Click register. It's right there in the hero image. Check out the topics, speakers, and we will see you there. chadcheese.com.
All right. Let's talk a little fantasy football, sponsored by our friends at Factory Fix. Here's your first to worst list heading into week 9, I think, of the season. Number 1 at the top of the list, we got Courtney Napo. She's basically owned that top spot. So has Mackenzie Maitland. They're right up there. Number 3, your boy in the bronze medal category. I'm still in the playoffs. That's what's important.
You took a whipping last week.
Oh, I did take a little bit of a whipping, but when the Tampa Bay defense scores 26 points, it's kind of hard, to come back from that one. And holy shit.
Welcome to All Things Scottish. Our slogan
Kicking
is
ass, taking names.
Scottish,
That's right.
Stephen McGrath, just the barrel-chested boy is just rolling through fantasy football. It is still a long season though. Followed by Jada Weiler, David Stiefel, Megan Radigan, William Carrington. Chad, you're in the 9 spot. Not yet double digits at the 10th spot, but keep trying, kid. Number 10, Ginger Dodds, who whipped my ass this week. Jason Putnam. And Jeremy Roberts with, let me see how many wins. 0.
That hurts.
Just get a win.
That hurts, Jay.
Just get a win. How do you live in Texas with no fantasy football chops? I just don't know. I don't know how you live with yourself, how you can show your face in a state like Texas. Let's talk about layoffs.
Oh, God.
Off with their heads, everybody. This week, Amazon cut 14,000 corporate jobs with an eye toward automation. Target axed 1,800 amid a sales slump. GM is cutting over 3,000 workers. Rivian 600, and UPS is saying goodbye to a whopping 48,000 workers. But wait, there's more. The military news website, military.com, is, quote, effectively dead due to sweeping layoffs forced by parent company Valnet. Chad, a lot of heads are rolling on Halloween. Your take.
Okay, here's some rapid fire. So on the UPS side of the house, there are 3 big reasons I see this happening with UPS. Number 1, automation. We've seen that happening, and I've had some really deep talks with friends over there about it. Number 2, less volume after not moving forward with low-paying Amazon contracts. So they have less packages that actually need to be delivered. And then number 3, less buying power for the American people means less packages as well. So all those things are literally coming together in a confluence of we don't need as many people. Amazon on the other side, with UPS shredding Amazon's low margin business, Amazon will have to move quickly toward automation in every single aspect of the business, not just picking and packing in the warehouses. They've got great robots already doing a lot of that as it is. Target, Americans' buying power, as I said earlier, is much lower, and Target is not a cheap choice when you're shopping. So they're going to be headed to even more issues, I think. Military.com, I think Valnet just bought them for the domain. I mean, they are a publication organization, and I don't think military.com really fits into that portfolio well if you look at their portfolio. And then last but not least, GM. So another Trump economy killer happens, allowing the tax credit to expire. The EV tax credit gives less incentive to buy EVs. Less buying of EVs means less product needed. Less product means less jobs. So we saw a spike in EV sales right before the tax credit expires, which means there's appetite. But unfortunately, American car companies have not figured out just yet how to make affordable EVs like BYD and other Chinese companies. So cross your fingers. Hopefully they can pull that shit together. But until then, we're going to see a lot more of this.
Yeah, for sure. So Liberation Day, funny name for that day. We'll look back in anger on that one.
Yes.
Look, companies hate chaos. Everyone hates it, but companies in particular hate it. And there was a while there when the no fire, no hire mantra was really popular. And I think companies by and large were like, let's just wait a little bit. We got some money. Let's just see how this whole thing shakes out. Well, it turns out Trump was serious about being psychotic and sticking it to our allies and particularly Canada. The Reagan ad is interesting. We don't have to talk about that. But look, companies are kind of holding off. Let's see what happens. Well, that shit's over. So companies, and what we've seen from the data is like about a third of tariffs were paid by the importer, about a third was paid by the company, about a third by the consumer. Well, that's going to slowly start changing. I think companies are like slow dripping this to consumers. Yep. We're seeing inflation tick up every month. It's slow. Maybe there's some I don't know, some agreement like we're not going to unload all this on the customer overnight, but we're going to slow roll it. So less consumption, things cost more money, people are unsure about their job, companies are unsure about the future, countries are freaking out about everything. So shocker, people are getting laid off. The Amazon story is very automation heavy. Jassy said the quiet part out loud not that long ago, that we don't need that many developers, we don't need that many sort of middle managers, and now we're seeing it in the numbers. We're seeing it with what's the new robot? Blue Jay? Is that their new robot system? So like, go on YouTube and search Blue Jay Amazon and see the future of like boxing and inventory and warehousing. Like those jobs are going to be going away. I assume very, very quickly. The auto thing, Chad, you're right. The incentive is gone. There's very little, like the U.S. just hasn't embraced EVs like Europe has, and our energy is cheaper. We have highways. They have a rail system. Like I don't know if EVs are going to happen in America. Like maybe, but it's on life support right now. Without incentives, they're gone. So most of these layoffs, Rivian is in the toilet. I mentioned 600 layoffs there as well. How do they survive as a company? I don't know. So EVs are going to be a huge hit. It's interesting you mentioned the military.com thing. Look, if it's sort of like when job boards realize we can just put in Indeed backfill and get money on clicks. We don't need salespeople. We don't need customer service. Let's just get traffic and like flow it in and get clicks. Same thing with media. If this is not the New York Times, right? They had journalists that were writing hard hitting stories. I don't know. Those all could be freelanced out, probably automated to a big degree. Just like take the top stories, rewrite it, and then like put a little spin on it. So that doesn't surprise me. My question with that be, is it just going to continue to be that? Because it is a great domain. I think that's directionless. Monster owned it before, right? They clearly wanted to dump it. I mean, curious about your thoughts being over in Europe. Are you paying much attention to the U.S. layoffs, and maybe there's something going on in Europe?
Yeah, we definitely are, and I'll tell you the reason why. I mean, obviously, a lot of companies we have here also, operate in the U.S. market as well. But what's happening in the US is pretty much what we're seeing across many different geographies around the world. So a lot of companies are, they are laying off people in the numbers that we're seeing in the US. And why? It's for the reasons that you said. It's because there is chaos in the world. There is instability. So even if you're not based in the US and not operating, your head office is not in the US, you still might be doing operations with the US. So you still might be hit by the tariffs. That's causing, like you said, the chaos, the instability. What's going to happen long term? We're still at the beginning of the Trump administration. What's going to happen later on down the line? So companies need to find some way of controlling the chaos and the instability. One way of doing that is to reduce the costs. We know that if you bring in automation, that's going to help to reduce the cost. And that is the reality that's happening now. That's going to continue happening in 26 and 27 as well. Now, the only, I suppose, the glimmer of hope that I might see with some of these industries is like if you're looking at a Target, for example, a retail organization, they need seasonal workers. We're coming up to the holiday period. So for that time, are they probably going to bring in humans? Yes. But so for the short term work, I can see, yes, they might bring in humans, but long term, A lot of these jobs are going to go.
Target was a lot of headquarters positions. It was, I think it was less about the store. So clearly the main headquarters has figured out automation, and we don't need so many layers of middle folks. By the way, kids, we're less than a year into the Trump presidency. So just 3+ more years of all this fun. Let's get to topics, shall we?
Please.
Topics. All right. Mercor, I hardly even know her. A human-in-the-loop AI company raised $350 million in Series C funding this week, valuing the company at $10 billion. The company, which pivoted from recruitment technology to AI model evaluation, coordinates a global pool of over 30,000 experts who evaluate AI models for clients like OpenAI. But wait, there's more industry news. AuditBoard has acquired FairNow, an AI governance platform, to enhance its capabilities and help customers maintain compliance and manage AI-related risks. Chad, what's your take on the Mercor FairNow news?
So Mercor, I mean, we talked about these guys buy and or sell way back when they got their first funding. And in their earlier rounds of funding, they were talking about better matching, taking out bias of the process. And I think we both gave them a thumbs down. So again, smart founders, young founders.
They're zygotes. That's how young they are. They're still in the womb for
very, very young. Jesus. Now they've pivoted to finding industry experts to train AI. And I don't know who the advisor was who pointed them in this direction, but that deserves a big applause. The first iteration of training for AI generally was basically just, was the answer right or wrong? Was it bad content or good content? Now, seems like Mercor can not only tell you if it's right or wrong, bad or good, but also provide an expert to explain why. So actually to be able to provide more deep knowledge through actual expertise in the industry, instead of trying to go out there and trying to make, heads or tails of it, you can try that, pull the information back, and then actually have an expert saying good, bad, right, wrong.
Mm-hmm.
On the FairNow side of the house, never heard of AuditBoard before, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
In May of last year, they were actually acquired by private equity firm HG. HG is a European private equity firm specializing in software and services businesses. As of mid-2025, HG's portfolio included more than 55 companies with an aggregate enterprise value of $180 billion. So not small at all. What I see happening here, this feels like more of an acqui-hire than anything else. Take the tech, blend it into AuditBoard, and away we go. We see this with PE all over the place. They're trying to build something that they can spin off and sell.
Kind of funny. A grown man in a chicken hat talking about zygotes and people being too young. But nonetheless, look, this is the mother of all pivots in our space. And shout out to the gang at Mercor. Whatever investor told them to pivot to this is pretty smart. This to me, and you're right, Chad. In 2024, their website said, join the thousands of candidates around the world using Mercor to land their remote dream job with just a single application. So that clearly was a dead end, and I think you and I both saw it when we first talked about them. Now they've stumbled upon this sort of picks and shovels model. So they've found a way to provide talent to all these AI companies that are trying to train their models on everything from healthcare to education to IT and development and everything in between. So companies are going to pay big dollars for humans to sort of evaluate their large language models. And Mercor, as far as I can tell, is the only company that's going to like really cash in on this phenomenon. So would they have gotten a $10 billion valuation at their original model? Hell no. Can they get a $10 billion valuation with what they have? Oh yeah, they got the meats, baby, on that one. The meats. FairNow. So I ran it. So at RecFest, I ran into my first person who said the whole AI audit thing is a scam. It's all it's all smoke and mirrors. They don't know anything else or more than anybody in the business.
Oh God,
I don't know if that's true because there's a lot of like under the curtain or under the reg about this, but it does. As soon as I heard this, FairNow sold. We don't know the terms of the deal. They've been pretty flat headcount wise since 2023 when they launched. You and I, when we did a firing squad with them, was like, you guys are going to be printing money. Companies are going to be stumbling over themselves to sign up to make sure they don't get pinched by the feds or the state government or whatever to like fall under. And everyone's using AI, but they're not. So the fact that FairNow, I didn't see a ton of growth in terms of the insights on LinkedIn. There's no terms like that were disclosed. I think this may be a little chink in the armor, maybe a little bit of like this whole AI audit business is some smoke and mirrors. I think the jury's still out, but to me, this is like a big sign that if you're Warden or FairNow, like, are you really selling something that customers are interested in, or are you selling vaporware?
Yeah, for me, it's an audit's an audit, right? The big difference is there's scale to an audit, right? And then being able to identify where the problems are. So I don't think this is smoke and mirrors. I don't know who told you that, but that's that to me is weird. I think the biggest issue that any of these organizations are saying right now is the U.S. government. U.S. government says, we don't need to audit shit. We don't need to regulate AI. We don't need to do any of that. As a matter of fact, all of you European countries need to stop it too, right? So I think when we first talked to FairNow, it was like, yes, I mean, we have to find guardrails. Now we have a government, we have an administration that says no guardrails, and they're putting pressure on other countries to remove their guardrails. So I think that's the biggest issue.
You have state and local governments that are still potential risks to employers.
Possibly.
I mean, the Fed is a big deal, and they kind of, the fish rots from the head down. But I just,
it's rotten.
I have a skepticism now about these businesses that I didn't have before. We'll see, because we both agree they should, just like with diversity. DiversityJobs.com survived because companies could say, hey, EOC, I'm on DiversityJobs.com. And we all knew it was bullshit. Like, it's just a website with job postings. Like, what are you doing that's making you a diverse job board?
Auditing's different, though.
I have a skepticism. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Have you ever been through an audit? That's the question.
I've had 2 colonoscopies. I'm guessing that they're similar. They're similar. Emmy, can you break the data? Can you break the tie here, Emmy? Can you break the tie? Can you break the tie on here, Emmy?
I mean, well, if I go to like Mercer, first of all, I actually like what they're doing. I to be honest, I didn't know much about them before until recently. I like the pivot. I agree with both of you. I think it's the right thing to do. And, I was just kind of doing a little bit of research on them, and they're saying that they're on track to hit, was it 500 million ARR? That's huge. That's a high velocity revenue model right there.
Growth is crazy.
Yeah, so I think that's brilliant. Yeah. And even when you break it down, I think they've got about 30,000 experts on their roster charging an average of $85 an hour. This is good. So I think, like you said, whoever told them to pivot, great move on their part. It's obviously working. Now, regarding the FairNow, I'm listening to both of you. I'm confused now. I kind of came in thinking, this is important. And then I'm thinking, okay, but do people care about it? I don't know. I'm gonna reserve judgment for now on that particular one.
All right. You sleep on that and think about it, you little devil, you little devil, you. All right, guys, we're gonna take a little break. If you like what you've heard so far, if you're on YouTube, if you've liked what you've seen so far, please give us a follow. We'll be right back.
Done. I think we'll cover speed and hiring.
Did somebody say speed? Then buckle up, boys. You're about to learn how to hire fast.
Who is that?
Vetty Betty. From Vetty, the hiring acceleration platform. Come on, man, keep up. What's up, Betty?
Hey, Chad. Vetty makes high compliance hiring easy. Background checks, licensing verifications, and health screenings, all in one place. Real-time updates, no red tape, and no delays. Hiring managers can move fast, stay smooth, and close the deal.
So they just sit back and watch. Hell, I could watch this all day.
That's right. Relax, enjoy the view, and don't lose the hire. It's that simple. With Veti, it's all taken care of before they can even catch their breath.
Best lesson ever.
Class dismissed, boys. Veti. Hiring as it should be. Visit veti.co to learn more.
At Shaker Recruitment Marketing, our comprehensive services include branding, talent attraction, MarTech, and analytics, empowering you to achieve your recruitment marketing goals. We believe in doing things the right way, delivering the right message through the right activation, achieving the right conversion. For us, business is deeply personal. Our legacy is built on relationships. Together with our people, clients, and partners, we've been shaping the world of talent for over 70 years.
ICIMS released its AI sourcing agent and a turnkey integration tool this week while adding LinkedIn Apply Connect and Veritone Hire to the ICIMS Apply network. The ATS now includes updated interview scheduling, feedback, and analytics features. After acquiring Apply, I think that's how you say it, right, Chad? You corrected me on the first show. Apply or Apply. ICIMS intends to introduce additional turnkey integrations for background checks. Hello, I-9 and ICE and assessments. Chad, someone woke up ICIMS. What's your take on all this activity?
So I love that in the AIM article how Mark Pfeffer spells out what ICIMS actually means. Internet Collaborative Information Management System. Probably the worst name ever, which is why you want to create a fucking acronym around it. A little around the Apply network, the ICIMS Apply network. Quote, launched in 2024, the ICIMS Apply network is an integrated ecosystem of third-party sites and other connected vendors that create, manage, and distribute job applications to multiple employment marketplaces. And here's the part that matters: sync candidate information with ICIMS, end quote. So the question is, are they syncing candidate disposition data? If so, it's just another reason not to use ICIMS. That's the thing. So I've got questions out on that. We'll see what it comes back with our friends at ICIMS to see if that is the case.
Yep.
On the agent front, this drives me crazy. There's one specific thing I'd like to point out about this in the article. So it says ICIMS advances AI innovation with new sourcing agent to discover, match, and engage talent faster. ICIMS acquired Opening.io 5 fucking years ago and Candidate ID 3 years ago to specifically discover, match, and engage. So it took them 5 years. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that they're trying to catch up by rebranding tech that they've had for 3 to 5 years as an agent now. But 5 years ago, that tech, and we actually talked about it on the show, that tech was a major market differentiator. Today, it's a Me Too campaign that falls mostly on deaf ears.
Yeah. Drives you crazy, huh, Chad?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking
Come on,
crazy.
guys.
I totally forgot about opening until you mentioned that. That's great. This is the new arms race for the ATS. ATSs for 20 years have been put your jobs up. We'll manage your applicants. You deal with the whole marketing thing and getting all that. And this is the new normal for the ATS. Smart recruiters, we've talked about them ad nauseum. Like that's the role. That's the blueprint. Yep. Gets good people in there. Go tech, and then hope that SAP, UKG, or Workday or somebody comes and buys you. I don't see
one
IPO.
of the acronyms. Yes.
IPO is going to be really tough for any of these companies. So between Colin and Jason Edelbaum, the new guy, they had 2 marketing experts who apparently didn't know what the hell they were doing. And finally, at least, the new guy said, "Hey, what's in our portfolio?" And then there's this candidate ID thing and this other thing, and like, how do we bring all this together? And so they're on the right track. I just don't know if it's too little, too late. Have the horses left the barn kind of thing? We're going to see Employ do the same thing with JobVite and Lever. Like, this is the new game. I
hope so.
I love the take on the ICIMS thing, because ATSs are going to be under fire to let Indeed in or not. And if they're providing what Indeed does, then is that like, well, you don't need Indeed stuff because we'll do that for you, and we'll source your current database for you, and we'll make sure your shit on Google for Jobs is optimized, and you're getting your talent from there. I think this is a real threat to Indeed, because if ATSs do this and companies embrace it, and everyone says we don't need Indeed for that, we have our own, like, that's a pretty bad place for Indeed to be in. So I'm going to watch this carefully, and this agent disposition data and what happens. But yeah, I think it's good for ICIMS. We like those guys. There's still people there that we have friendships with and relationships with. So I'm rooting for them. This is a step in the right direction. I'm just worried, is it too little, too late? I guess we'll see.
60% of the time.
I now know what my costume is. I'm now masquerading as an agent. That's what I'm doing now.
Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Do you have a name? Do you have a name, agent? Do you have a name?
Whatever name you want
Chad.
me to be. I've got to go back to marketing.
AI agent Chad. Okay.
Hey, ICIMS marketing. If you need if you're tired of Ike the bird, there's Joel the chicken now, but also Chad's in the market for an agent mascot job. He's in the market. He's in the market. Dear. Your thoughts, Emmy?
Well, I'm just listening to both of you. You don't I know you said you still got friends there, but you don't seem very, I suppose, optimistic about their changes and where they're going. And
it seems very me too. I mean, again, they've had the tech to do these things for years.
Yeah.
And whether it is a new product person, new marketing person, whatever it is, I do, as Joel had said, I do like that they're starting to brush some of this stuff off. But back when they could have really made a difference in the market, and they didn't have the competition that they have now, they could have really made hay. But
they're rectifying it now. You know, obviously they brought in a whole host of people. I heard people, obviously you said, product people, marketing people, and
I spent a lot of money on that tech 3 to 5 years ago. So I don't know if they're rectifying anything.
Maybe the right person wasn't there. I mean, I saw they brought in a new chief technology officer earlier this year. I think it's Deepak Pandya. You know, he seems to have a great background, and his whole remit is to, lead the tech strategy, to drive innovation. So maybe that is what it's doing. Yeah. So yes, they're slow. Yes, they haven't taken advantage of opportunities when they could have, but maybe now with the right group of people in place, we're going to see the changes. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for them, because
another focus of this is like, don't lose who we have. Like, the people who are paying us money, they're looking at them going, hey, why don't you guys have A, B, and C? Why don't you have agents and whatever, like smart recruiters? And they're like, oh shit. So at least they can say, we have it too. It may not be as good, or it might be a little bit late, but yes, we have it too. Don't cancel your contract with us, because we need that, kids.
I think it's the difference between having it and literally packaging it up as an agent. They've had that tech 3 to 5 years. This is not new, guys. This is not new. The whole Apply thing, they didn't fucking need that for this. They had the two major components, opening AI and candidate ID, to pull this off 3 to 5 years ago, right? So yes, it is great that they're moving forward, but this is all packaging. This is, as Joel had said, this is marketing.
And something they need help on, which is why they should hire Chad as the new agent mascot at ICIMS.
You done messed up, Aaron!
All right, guys. This week in H-1B visa developments, the White House faced lawsuits from groups like the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, arguing the program is rife with fraud and harms American workers through wage suppression. On October 29th, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis directed state universities to ban H-1B usage for faculty and staff roles, citing audits revealing abuses like hiring Chinese nationals, affecting roughly 13.6 of business faculty positions. And in other news, Canada is recruiting American nurses tired of Trump denying immigrants and losing healthcare workers. Team America, fuck yeah. Chad, your take.
So this goes back further on the Chamber of Commerce side of the house. This goes back further to the first Trump administration, where the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the National Association of Manufacturers, and the National Retail Federation, and several others sued the Trump administration in July of 2020, seeking an injunction to block Trump's suspension of non-immigrant visas. The chamber had an issue then, and they have an issue now. And it's really simple. Immigrants make the economy work, not just driving trucks, working the docks, slaughterhouses, the H-1B genius kind as well. We need immigrants in all aspects of business or innovation and in the supply chain, or it's going to fall apart. And the Chamber of Commerce, they're usually really good in representing Wall Street, not as much as Main Street. In this case, this is impacting both. Wall Street still looks good, but enterprise understands that if they don't get their H-1B visas, they're going to have innovation problems. So this is, I mean, when you see the Chamber of Commerce turn on a Republican administration, that hardly ever happens. Hardly ever happens. Guess what? It's happening.
Yep. Shout out to Canada, by the way.
Hey, God, what are you doing?
Canada's having a moment. Hockey's back. The Toronto Blue Jays are one win away from a World Series title. And now they're and by the way, the Reagan ad I thought was great. I saw it in real time during the game, and I was like, wow, they're going to pay shit for that, but that's awesome. If you don't know about Google Reagan ad Canada. About a decade ago, I was doing some consulting with a job board in Vegas, and they had a really smart campaign where they would direct mail nurses in, let's say, Buffalo, Cleveland, Detroit, and they would say, come to Vegas. The weather's warm. The cost of living is cheap. We got the best entertainment around, right? And hospitals would pay big money to target those nurses in shitty environments to like come to Vegas and relocate. So it's a strategy that works. It's just kind of funny that we've gone from come south where the weather's nice to come north where it's not so crazy. I guess it's similar now. But look, Canada looks really nice right now to a lot of people. A lot of regulations that are passing in healthcare. A lot of stress in the healthcare industry. More and more people are going to be driven to Canada. Canada needs to do a good job of like saying, "Hey, we're going to fast track your citizenship if you have, let's say, a master's degree or a doctorate degree or any kind of degree whatsoever." So I fully expect that to be more of a thing. It seems a little bit localized to British Columbia right now in terms of the nursing stuff, but I fully suspect it'll go elsewhere. On the H-1B stuff, Chad, I mentally, personally, I would say like Trump has a year of like unbridled insanity to do whatever the hell he wants. And the Republican House is going to let him do it. The Senate's going to let him do it. And then when we get to a year out from the midterms, things are going to either like keep going the way it is, or they're going to slow down. And we're starting to see little actions by Senate of saying like no tariffs on Brazil, or like, hey, coffee doesn't need to be 40%. Like they're starting to push back a little bit. And to your point of the Commerce Department pushing back on a Republican president, 20 years ago, that never would have happened. Like that's a big deal. And
Chamber of Commerce, not
Chamber of
Commerce.
Sorry,
Yes.
my bad.
Yeah.
And so,
all good.
So as long as Trump's favorabilities, I think he's in the 30s now. If he's in the 30s, he's going to be toxic waste to a lot of Republicans that are up for re-election. And you're going to see more and more kind of pushback like this on the administration, and we'll see what happens. But we basically have a year. If you don't like what's going on in politics in America, you have about a year. And don't waste time putting up TikToks and complaining on Facebook. Like, donate money to candidates that are in swing states and swing districts. Go spend time campaigning for candidates that have a chance to win. You have a year to do it. If you like what's going on, then do the opposite. Keep supporting what's going on. But I think we're going to see a lot more pushback over the next 12 months over Trump's policies. He's going to keep doing what he can do, which is go to other countries and boss them around. But he's going to be able to do, I think, less and less in the U.S.
Emmy, thoughts?
My thoughts are this is another chaotic rollout from Trump. Okay, what do I think? I agree. This whole idea of slapping on this fee and it's going to help, hire American workers. I get why Trump administration would think, it's going to it's appealing to the America First crowd. Yeah. Hire more Americans into jobs. But the reality, it doesn't work. We said that it doesn't work. If you were able to hire more Americans into jobs like the nursing industry, like the healthcare industry, like the education industry, they would have done that already. Nobody wants to pay a fee for a visa, and they definitely don't want to pay this increased visa fee now. So it's chaotic. It's not going to work. And I'm glad that, people are starting to now push back. They are starting to rebel because it's actually impacting the business community. And like you said, it's not just, people aren't just sitting back now that you've got the chamber. What did you say? It was the Chamber of Commerce pushing back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen. I didn't know that doesn't happen before, but good. Now's the time again. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
How many people in Britain, Emmy, want to send their kids to America for college and school?
To be honest, not many. I met someone at the airport in Washington whose kid is out here, in the US. But it's not like how it was before. I have friends in the US and a lot of them want to come over here, Yep. But here's not great either. It's not as if there's loads of jobs to come to, but it's
the Florida thing. As people know that listen, I'm married to a professor who's from Canada. She works with a woman from India. She works from a woman from Ireland. The educational infrastructure is full of people that aren't from America. They got educated here, they got PhDs here, and they stayed here. And colleges generally love having a diverse group of professors from other parts of the world, right? People want their kids educated by people that weren't, born down the street, right? They want a broader vision. And I can tell you, Florida has a horrible reputation right now for educators. No one wants to go there. They're killing tenure, H-1B stuff,
burning books.
Florida's going to be a wasteland for education if this continues. It's really, really unfortunate that this is happening in universities.
Well, it's universities, it's visitation.
Hospitals.
You had how many Canadians used to go to Florida? Instead, now they're going to Mexico. So it's the ramifications are literally just all over the place, and it's chaos, which nobody wants.
Well, Trump wants the chaos. He's the only
one person wants.
Yeah.
Trump wants nobody looking at the Epstein files.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what Trump
Let's
wants.
just do smoke and mirrors and distraction techniques.
Trump. Yeah. Somebody needs to leak that to Canada, so Canada can leak it.
Don't wreck our show, you hoser.
All right, guys. One more creepy break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about Bold. If you don't remember them, they're the ones that bought CareerBuilder and Monster. We'll be right back.
So you posted a new job ad. Now you can sit back and wait for the applications to roll in, right? That's why we built JobPixel. Imagine showing candidates why your company is great with real people, real stories, and real culture. With JobPixel, it's not just another job ad. It's an invitation to something much bigger.
Video gives you a 3 times better response rate. So instead of chasing after candidates, they'll be coming to you.
And with a 34% boost in conversions, candidates aren't just looking, they're applying.
And if you're worried about people clicking away, don't be. Our videos reduce bounce rates by 25%. That means they're watching, they're engaged, and they're interested.
282% more engagement. Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger inbox.
Finding the right candidate is tough, but with JobPixel, it doesn't have to be. Show your company's authentic story, and the candidates will follow.
Let's make recruiting fun again, because honestly, it could use some help.
Do you want to see how JobPixel can save you time and money while achieving your KPIs? Schedule a demo today.
All right, guys, after acquiring industry icons Monster and CareerBuilder, Bold is ready to party. They're ready to partay. Check out their latest hype video, if I can call it a hype video, from their CEO.
Hi, I'm Jamie, co-CEO of Bold and the proud new owner of the iconic brands Monster and CareerBuilder. My leadership team and my 1,600 plus employees at Bold are all dedicated to reimagining these two brands with renewed purpose, elevating them to be stronger, smarter, and more relevant to you than ever before. We know we've already increased the job views to your postings by 72% month over month.
All right, Chad, what you got? What you got?
So the start of the LinkedIn post reads, quote, "Change in motion," end quote. The change feels like a 2010 strategy in 2025, filled with resume database subscriptions and a side of creepy, predatory feeling job seeker paid services. Oh, and hey, companies, let us use your jobs as bait to build a bigger job seeker database and sell all of those out of work job seeker services. Beyond all the ick factor of that stuff, the one thing that really stuck in my craw was the comment by Monster Board founder Jeff Taylor. Jeff said, quote, "Congrats. Love seeing the Monster brand continue." Really? I mean, do you want to see it continue this way? I mean, having it out there is one thing. Having the little Trumposaurus out there, that's one thing. Oh, that's wonderful. You can go to your bathroom and see that, Jeff. Okay. Watching Monster go down in job seeker predatory paid services kind of flames, to me, I would not be proud of. You can. That's good for you. Joel, you should probably ask him about this on stage.
This video looks like if I wrote up a prompt on ChatGPT to create a video that looks like it was made in 2007, featuring a slightly disheveled CEO and 1999 Monster imagery, it would kind of look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing back Trumposaurus, which I know is a whole thing with legal because
they'll have to rename it.
Okay, it needs to be renamed. I know embracing the past and bringing it back is popular and novel now, but this is not the way. Like, if you're going to do this, it's like reimagine the brand and agents. I think that's still a real opportunity to create a new way of searching for work, but. These guys make money on like an old model that candidates, employees pay, or employers pay money. It's totally lame. This guy couldn't find an iron for some reason before they pushed record. Definitely not very CEO-like. I was not inspired by this video. How about you, Emmy?
No, I definitely was. I want to be nice, but no, I wasn't inspired by them at all, by him at all. Sorry. And I'm still confused because obviously we've been talking about this, these brand names for quite a while. And I don't get it. I don't know why they keep trying to flog a dead horse, CareerBuilder, Monster, big names back in the day, but they're not relevant. They haven't been relevant for a very long time. So even, you bring all these brand names together, I think the trust has already gone in the brand. There's not much they can do to try and win bring customers back or win new customers. And this old fashioned advert, that's not going to do it either. So they really, really do confuse me, but I just think just stop, just put yourself out of misery. It's okay. There are better people out there now, better competitors out there.
Yep. What are you guys doing for Halloween? I just gotta ask. Are you trick or treating? Chad, are you gonna be the creepy old guy passing out candy at the front door?
No, we're going to an adult Halloween party, so won't be any kids there. Just adults drinking in bad costumes, I'm sure.
All right, Amy, how about you?
I hadn't thought anything, so I just got distracted when you said adult party, and I was like, hold on a second, what am I thinking of?
It's not that kind of party.
Okay,
Amy.
you know,
It's not that kind of party.
That is where my mind goes. No, sorry, keep it clean, keep it clean. This is the HR podcast. Okay, what am I doing? I don't know. It's tomorrow, isn't it, Halloween? I haven't actually thought about it. We might go for drinks tomorrow. That might be it. Maybe I'll put on this t-shirt again.
Is it a big deal in London? Is Halloween a deal in London or not so much for the kids?
For the little kids, yeah. And they go trick-or-treating and, knock on the door. But no one's knocked on my door today. Maybe they will tomorrow. I'm in the new area, so I'm waiting to see.
Yeah. I'm doing the whole suburban family kids run around thing. Wife getting drunk and me making sure the kid doesn't get abducted by some creep. So when you guys are at your parties or out drinking, here's a dad joke that you can drop on people. What does a turkey dress up as on Halloween? What does a turkey dress up as on Halloween?
Dressing.
No,
a goblin. Gobble, gobble, goblin.
Oh no, that is bad. look at his expression.
No, yeah. No.
Is it funny? No.
On my table, it's dressing.
There's no funny on Halloween. That's scary, baby. All right, gang. It's another one in the can. Happy Halloween, everybody. And with that, we out.
Thank you for listening to, what's it called? A podcast. The Chad. The Cheese. Brilliant. They talk about recruiting. They talk about technology. But most of all, they talk about nothing. Just a lot of shout-outs of people you don't even know. And yet you're listening. It's incredible. And not one word about cheese. Not one. Cheddar. Blue. Nacho. Pepper Jack. Swiss. So many cheeses and not one word. So weird. Anywho, be sure to subscribe today on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That way you won't miss an episode. And while you're at it, visit www.chadcheese.com. Just don't expect to find any recipes for grilled cheese. It's so weird. We out!